Willie, you know what I want to know? How the hell you come up with this idea to get people clapping?
This came up in 1981 in Stockholm, Sweden. I was just there and competing, and there were about 5 guys that were in the stands, and they were drunk. And so I was sitting there just kind of minding my own business, getting ready to jump. And I usually start by clapping 3 times, shaking my fist 3 times, and running down the runway. So I clapped my hands 3 times, and these 5 guys clapped their hands 3 times, mimicking me. So I turned, I looked, I was like, what the hell's wrong with these guys, you know? But I go, okay, fine. Clapped my hand 3 times, they clapped their hands 3 times, I shook my fist, I ran, I jumped, about 1680 or something like that. And I came back, put my sweats on, headphones, I was dancing around. So then I did that the next time, and this time I clapped my hands 3 times, and these guys just started clapping. Everybody in this little section started clapping. So I ran down, I jumped 1688, which was the Swedish record. I came back, I waved, I thanked everybody, put my headphones on, I started dancing, dancing, because that's what I used to do. And then my 3rd time, the whole section plus this whole half of the stadium started clapping. And I was like, okay, I just went with it and ran down the runway. I jumped 17 meters, and that was a big deal back then. So then I went on the 4th jump, same thing, and more people got in. On the 5th jump, I decided I was going to break the world record, but I needed something there to show people that's what's going to happen. So I put a flag at the Swedish record, at the European record, and at the world record. And then I got back, and everybody was clapping. And I went with it. I ran as hard as I could. I took a jump, hop, skip, jump, landed in the pit, right by the world record. I jumped up like, I did it! And of course I knew I had fouled. And the guy with the flag was shaking. He raised his flag up like this, and everybody started whistling, because that's what they do, I guess, in Europe. They whistle if they want to boo. So I looked at the guy and go, there's no way, knowing that I had fouled. I ran back, I got on my hands and knees, and I looked up at the guy and go, okay, you caught me this time. And I ran back. So then I figured, guys in the sprints and the long distance, they take a lap after they win. Now I had one more jump, but they never let the jumpers run. So I thought, I'm gonna take a victory lap before my last jump. So I put on my sweats and I started jogging around. And as I went, people would clap, stand up, and sit down. It was like a wave all the way around the stadium. When I got back, it was my turn. So I took off my sweats and I stood up. And the second I stood up, everybody stood up. And I put my hands up and went like this. And people started clapping. Boom, boom. And I started shaking my fist. And they were clapping to my fist. And my fist. And I ran as hard as I can. I took a hop, a skip, a jump. I jumped 17 meters, 57. And everybody went crazy. They gave me the microphone. They let me go crazy for maybe 5 minutes, just talking. I don't even know what I said. But it was awesome. I had a great time. And at that time, they didn't have very many triple jumps. And the reason they gave me was that it wasn't very exciting. So I went over to where the meet organizers were for all the meets. And I go, so what do you think about that? And they loved it. Now I thought that was it. That was my 15 minutes of fame. But I had one more competition that was scheduled prior to Stockholm, and that was in Lausanne. And they said I would go down, but I was doing the long jump, not the triple jump. So I went and I was jumping, and on my maybe 3rd or 4th jump, someone in the audience said, well, come on, Willie. And I was like, what do you mean? And all of a sudden people started clapping. Now my best jump to date was maybe 7 meters 90 or something like that. I took off running, just scared. I ran down, I took a jump, and I landed at 8 meters 11, which was better than the Swiss record. I won that competition. I couldn't believe it. It was the first time in long jump. So I thought, there's something here. So from that day on, everywhere I went, I started clapping. And the rest is history.